we need to find somebody that can bowl 10 to 15 overs, whether that's Mominal, I'm not sure he's confident enough to bowl 10, 15 overs. Shanto's bowling is not quite there to bowl 6, 7 overs a day. So we need to try, like I've said for the last 2 years, and all teams are looking for that number 6, number 7 that can bat in the top 6 and bowl 10, 15 overs a game. And the teams that have got that guy are the well-balanced teams that can bowl teams out consistently, and we're still trying to find that person when Shakib's not there. When Shakib's there, easy, but he hasn't been there much. I think because the wickets don't bounce as much in Bangladesh, I think they don't struggle with left-arm spin. They maybe struggle with a bit of extra bounce that spinners away from Bangladesh get, because generally the wickets stay down in Bangladesh. They LBW bowls, whereas in foreign conditions the ball spins and you maybe get bat pads and you get caught at slip, and that's the difference. It's just staying a bit more on top of the bounce than they used to. Looks a good wicket. There's a little bit of grass and a little bit of green at the moment, but looks a good wicket. We're playing in the one-day series against Afghanistan. You could see the first hour and a half, the ball did something, but then got really good batting on. And look, the guys have batted well here in the past. So guys will come in here confident knowing that they can get big scores in Chittagong, because it's wicket in Bangladesh to bat on. The way Test cricket's moved on, 2 years ago, there's no way we would have played under those conditions with the light being that dark. But with Test cricket wanting to play as much as you possibly can, with which you understand, we've got to be willing to face that, and you can't be. I think sometimes you're playing because you're thinking you're going to come off the next over or come off the next over, and then you stop playing. You've got to expect to play for the entire day because of lights coming on, and umpires keeping out there for as long as possible. So that's a big change in mindset. You can't just be playing to get to the end of the over and get to the end of bad light. You've got to play as if you're playing till close of play, and I think that's a mental shift you need to make. I don't think it's anything technically or tactically. It's just a mindset that's got to change, and you've got to continue to look to score. You can't just be blocking out those last. You're thinking it's 3 overs, but it might be 16 overs, because as soon as that happens, you find yourself under pressure. And maybe we did a bit of that, particularly in the first Test match in Durban, when Shanta was batting with Joy. We sort of just stopped playing, and then Mominal stopped playing, and then we lost a few wickets. We're going to play in dark conditions because there are lights in stadiums, and the laws of the game are changing to try and make sure you play as much as you can. And I've said previously that in the last 6 or 7 Test series, as we think back, we were 2 down against the West Indies. We probably should have won that Test match. They chased down 395. We beat New Zealand in the first Test match. We played 4 really good days of cricket in South Africa in the first Test match. The challenge is to sustain that in the second Test match. So I definitely think we've got the ability to beat any side if we play really well for the full 5 days, not for 4 days. And that's the try and make.